Good morning from the Studio 57 newsroom at CBS News headquarters in New York. A year after being shot and seriously wounded on a baseball field, House Majority Whip Steve Scalise made an emotional return to practice yesterday. The former wife of an Arizona man suspected of shooting 6 people to death says he was a very emotionally disturbed person. The March for Our Lives demonstration here in D.C. is expected to draw more than 500,000 protesters. And while this is the primary event, it will be just one of many. The expulsions will make it harder for U.S. citizens in Russia to get visas and paperwork done. It will also make it harder for America and Russia to communicate. Many beaches across the Northeast remain closed today amid concerns that Hermine could regain strength, triggering life-threatening riptides and flooding. In the wake of the shooting, many lawmakers on Capitol Hill are questioning San Francisco's sanctuary policy, a policy that prevents law enforcement agencies from holding a person because of their immigration status. Spencer rented the space for a little less than $11,000, but security is costing Florida taxpayers $600,000. Under a new law signed by President Obama this year, Congress gets 60 days to assess the deal. Amid the unrest, concrete barriers have been placed around President-elect Trump's primary residence here at the Trump Tower in New York. Officials believe the dangerous fugitives could have crossed into nearby Canada or traveled southwest. Stocks begin their first day of trading for the new year, hoping for more of what happened last year. Investors are waiting for the July jobs report released before the opening bell today. Economists are looking for another good report to ease any concerns that the economy is struggling. It's back to work on Wall Street after a 3-day holiday weekend, and there's a new scam involving Netflix.
I have heavy structural damage. I have people trapped on the train.
The historic Hoboken Terminal building remains closed to commuters this morning as federal investigators work to recover event recorders from the mangled New Jersey Transit train inside.
The canopy of the building is on top of the controlling car. Additionally, because of the age of the building, there is the possibility of asbestos.
Witnesses say the train was traveling at a high speed when it slammed through a barrier and into the platform.
The lights went off and people started screaming.
In the midst of the chaos, strangers stepped in to help the injured, including this pregnant woman.
The baby's fine, but the ceiling of the train fell on my head.
34-year-old Fabiola Batar-DeCrune, a wife and mother, was killed by debris from the crash as she stood on the platform.
It started off as a regular day for that poor woman, and her family no longer has her. So yeah, it's kind of scary.
NTSB investigators are questioning the train's engineer as they try to figure out just what went wrong. The engineer, Thomas Gallagher, was injured in the accident but released from the hospital yesterday. The 48-year-old had close to 20 years of experience as an engineer.
He just loves, he loves his job. We're just so sad, so sad.
Officials will also be looking at whether positive train control could have prevented the incident. The automatic braking system deploys when trains run above the speed limit, but had not yet been installed on the tracks. President Trump bid farewell to his outgoing communications director, Hope Hicks, Thursday, shortly before leaving the Oval Office for Ohio.
Thank you, Donald Trump!
The 29-year-old, who once worked for Ivanka Trump, played a key role in the president's campaign. He created a new position for her at the White House,